round, but Imperial will not have an opportunity to snag it for themselves. They do have the first pick. Let's see if they're going to throw some sort of curveball at us.
I think the draft is definitely a big point of contention. Imperial did come out on top there. They drafted fairly well, I would say. They had a clear-cut game plan. They executed pretty well as well. So Prodota need to pull out all the stops. Big point of contention. Imperial did come out on top.
They are on the ropes, as they say, and one defeat here would mean they're going to walk away with about $6,000 less. I believe it's
Not
6,
too
8,
sure,
something around that much. But that's a lot of money, man. You probably want to get that in your back pocket.
You want to place first.
Yeah. And if nothing else, you just want the glory, man. Just winning a single tournament, winning an online tournament as well. It's one more feather in your cap, and I'm pretty sure it counts towards something when they're going sponsor hunting and whatnot. But either way, Prodota, they've now got the ban on the board for themselves. They will get rid of the Batrider. We have seen Imperial running that core Batrider on occasion. But they'll go with a tried and tested. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. The first pick OD coming out of them.
Let's not forget facts like the major is coming up in December and the regional qualifier slots haven't been decided. So winning tournaments definitely puts you,
It does put you on Valve's radar if
Yeah.
nothing else.
With the new lineups, one of these two teams may be looking at a shot. Imperial definitely regional qualifier.
If nothing else, I think Imperial are worthy of getting into the regional qualifiers.
Yeah, the Europe slots could be something that Imperial are.
I'm not too sure about the roster shuffle situation and whatnot with these guys, so that may be a factor against them. But who knows? From what I remember, they have been a fairly stable lot of folks. Maybe someone on Twitch chat that knows more about these teams can let us know. But look at the draft, man. Again, we're going to see Prodota going with the Come With Me Chen, and Draw Range are going to be supplementing it this time. So now we're looking at a real full-fledged push that could be coming our way.
Yeah, and Imperial again going for the OD. I'm a little upset about that. I was really hoping to see that Baby Knight Shadow Fiend. He's really, great on that hero. One of the trademark players, the old school players of Dota 1 as well. So, not really getting that. Broodmother seems to be the pickup. Broodmother is pretty great against Joe Ranger in the lane.
But a second pick Brood, is that really the way you want to go here?
Yeah, Imperial seem to have their drafts and their strategies pretty well thought of. So, I'm not going to doubt their pick here. It could be interesting. Broodmother pretty good against Joe Ranger in lane. But
so we're going to see how they pan things out, because now Broodmother, there's plenty of ways to deal with the Broodmother, right? Once they well, they do have a whole phase of drafting up ahead of them. They've got 2 more bans on either side. I do expect Imperial to be banning out heroes like possibly the Cuddle, maybe even the Timbersaw this time around. I don't know, but I don't know. Usually Brood is one of those things that you want to come out with as a last pick.
Yeah, the Huskar pick.
Yeah, like the Huskar pick. He's always just looming over your shoulder, waiting to be picked, but you don't really see him or really notice him until he's picked as your last hero, and suddenly you realize, what the hell, guys, we've got nothing to deal with him.
Yeah, so what are the supports which are good against Brood in this patch?
Well, I'm not sure if he fits as a support anymore, but the Sand King definitely would have been a
that's been
force to be reckoned with. So yeah, he is been good.
Yeah, basically you need a lot of AoE to deal with the Spiderlings.
So a hot pick that's a possibility here is the Timbersaw. But a mid Timbersaw versus an OD, yeah, that's not a lane that works too well for the Timbersaw, really. I don't know. I'm confused about what Prodota goes here, but they've got plenty of
Suppose this
AoE.
patch really are not apt to deal with heroes like the Broodmother, so.
Just a second, guys. We're getting some
feedback on the audio.
Feedback about audio issues on the stream. So, just to give you guys a heads up, we are being produced by the folks on the stream. So we'll try and drop them a message. But yeah, I think they should be on it. So we should see the issue sorted out really quickly. I apologize for any hiccups, but thank you for the feedback. Keep it coming.
Yeah, well, they go out and ban the Witch Doctor and the Ogre Magi. It should be a Timbersaw ban, pretty standard ban. They should, expect that and go for the Timbersaw ban. Nothing else really comes to mind as such that they need to ban out.
Yeah.
Razor is something they could look at. since it was.
But again, do they really need to ban out the Timsaw? Because I feel like the OD is a good enough tool to deal with. There we go, the axe. Yeah, we kind of forgot about it. He's pretty good versus the Brood Mother, to put it mildly.
Yeah.
But okay, Prodota, they've got themselves the third pick on the board. Do they just want to put their eggs into the push basket here and get themselves, I don't know, something like a Vengeful Spirit for the extra aura, or do they want to get like a Jukiro, who's decent in the push, not too bad versus the Brood Mother either?
I don't know if Vengeful Spirit will work out because Vengeful Spirit and Draw Ranger against the Brood Mother, both single target.
Yeah, but I was talking about the Jukiro. I think the Jukiro could work.
Jukiro is something we haven't seen in such a long time, though.
Yeah. Oh, they're gonna go with the Rubik, third pick.
I think it is steal as of now as well. So
I don't get it. I'm not seeing
literally nothing you can see from the Brood Mother that's of any decent use. You can't really spam out Spiderlings as well.
I don't know, is this a preemptive pick to allow them to pick up something with a big ultimate? I mean, I don't see the room for an Enigma here. You've already got a Chen sitting in the jungle. Tide Hunter, I mean, not too many teams pick up a Rubik to deal with them anymore. Gone are the days when you'd rely on a Ravage Steel to turn things around.
Yeah, and since the Chen is going to be jungling, I see a lot of room for the Brood Mother as well in the bot lane. I'm obviously assuming that is going to be the lane setup. But Imperial are known to run, pretty wacky stuff. Bat Rider position 1, Centaur position 1. One hero that's completely been ignored in the last game, it was ignored in the last game as well, is the Void.
Yeah, and Void's not too shabby here for Prodota, I'm going to say. I mean, okay, so the only real source of damage through the Chronosphere right now is the Draw Ranger and auto attacks, but they've still got room for one more core, possible middle. Oh, I love this. So one of the best ways to stop a push is just straight up pick up the Winter Wyvern and throw a Winter's Curse right at you. You eliminate one hero from the fight before things even get underway, and you manage to find yourselves a successful defense.
And if you do manage to catch any of the heroes along with the Draw Ranger, it's pretty much the death of that hero, because the Draw Ranger has so much damage to work with that it actually is pretty detrimental to the side of Prodota.
It really is, and couple that with the fact that it's physical damage coming out from her, and Cold Embrace is great versus it.
Like heroes like the Rubik and the Chen, they're going to fall against the Draw Ranger. They go for the Timbersaw, something to deal with the Brood Mother. Decent against the Winter Wyvern's heal as well, because magic damage does go through the frost.
Alright, so we're getting some feedback that there's random car audio in the background. We're going to try and change some of the settings on the microphone. Hopefully that ought to cut out some of the background noise, but bear with us, folks. We're trying to do the best we can with our potato equipment here. But Timbersaw going to be the fourth pickup. Like you pointed out, it is one of the better ways to deal with the Brood Mother. Also, not too shabby when you're trying to push. You have that frontline tank with an absurd amount of pure damage. Great versus the Cold Embrace too. I would question this if it's a mid Timbersaw, however. I don't think a mid Timbersaw is a good choice versus the OD. There is room for him to go onto the offlane. That said, the Winter Wyvern's pretty good versus him as well. You've got percentage based damage through the Arctic Burn, which is always good versus strength heroes.
Imperial are going to expect it's going to be an offlane Timbersaw. They're going to be picking up heroes based on that assumption.
Okay,
the Legion Commander, man.
Yeah, let's just take whatever
Imperial
draft
is
knowledge
such
we
a
have.
fun team to watch. Honestly, I should be following more of this team. The drafts are really, really neat and really wacky.
It's unique.
Yeah, it's really unique. So Legion Commander, he's good against Draw, definitely. He's good against Rubik. You can go for the Chen. Timbersaw something a little tough to man up against, but the other three are tested targets for the Legion Commander. What is the build on the hero? I'm not too sure, man. Shadowblade, Blink Dagger.
The build is you put on a pair of headsets and run out of opponent saying fight me. I'm sorry, man. It had to be done. It had to be done.
Comes out.
Yeah. No, but in all
comments.
seriousness, she is fairly versatile now. We're not sure if this is going to be a raw jungle LC, if it's a mid LC, a core LC, or even an offlane one. But
it's going to be a core LC.
You think so? On the one position?
Yeah, that's the last 3 times I've seen Legion Commander have been core LC.
I mean,
who runs it? Generally,
if anything, Ace has shown that he likes running potential offlaners in the one position role, right? Slara, Centaur, Bat Rider, and now Legion Commander. So why not?
There is a team which runs it. Loda, if I'm not mistaken, likes to run on position 1.
I'm not too sure about this, but anyway, we've got a Tinker final ban coming out from the Imperial, and Prodota Still looking for their last and final pickup. Imperial are expecting this to be mid lane pickup. Nice for Imperial. They're looking for a secondary support here.
What could be their go-to? Lich has been banned out again. This time they're not, gonna let that through. Bounty Hunter and Winter Wyvern. This was a very potent combo. Not even a combo as such, but they were very contested picks. I would say before TI, when Soniko used to play both of them. I would say he was really good on those two heroes. So
I think this is one of those. It's one of the age-old counters to the jungle hero, right? When you've got a bounty hunter mimicking or mirroring the Chen, you slow down his rotations in the early game phase. You basically shut down the Chen through the mid game phase, and Chen, of course, is quite the pushover in the late game phase if he doesn't get his farm.
yeah. I like the Timbersaw pickup though. Right now it's shining quite a bit for me. Bounty Hunter can be easily taken down. Winter Wyvern also, Broodmother as well. All pretty much squishy stuff for the Timbersaw.
Yeah.
They go for the Storm Spirit as well.
So this is it's
I like it.
gonna be it's difficult because I mean on one hand it's the Storm versus OD and I think OD does take that matchup hands down, but you've got to remember that this is the Storm that's going to be augmented with that Drow Ranger Precision Aura, so that gives him a bit of an edge in the lane, maybe just tipping the scales slightly in his favor for the first few levels. If they can manage to pull off a successful Chen rotation with maybe a Rubik in tow somewhere around the 4-minute mark, that is when the first nighttime hits, I think OD could be falling behind in this laning phase. But at the same time, if Noya can manage to apply pressure at mid and force the Chen or the Rubik to babysit that Storm Spirit, that's going to mean less EXP for the Storm in the early phase, a slower level 6, thereby giving the OD free reign of that middle lane.
Yeah, guys, we appreciate all the feedback coming in from the chat, really, but very little is in our hands. With just the casters, the production and the streaming is being done by the guys who are relevant.
We've got potato internet going on here, so we're not actually running the stream. We're just casting inside Dota TV, and then the good folks over at Elements Pro Gaming are the ones running the stream for us. We appreciate that. Them covering for our potato internet issues here. But anyway, hope you guys are enjoying. Of course, if you are, before this game gets underway, do hit the follow button on the stream. You can follow Elements Pro Gaming on Facebook, Twitter, etc. And of course, if you're enjoying us, you can follow us on our social media as well. We'll give out the links at the end of the stream. Anyway, let's start off with the introduction for this matchup. Gambit, take it away.
Okay, for the side of Imperial, we have Ace, who was the position 1. This time he's on the Broodmother in the offlane position. We have Baby Knight, as usual, playing the mid lane, OD. We have Hester Joe Rotten, who's on the Legion Commander. We have Rise on the Winter Wyvern, and we have Noya on that Bounty Hunter.
Meanwhile, for Prodota, you've got Chen going to be handled by Come With Me the second time in a row. He's being followed here.
Yeah, but Come With Me was on the Wisp last time.
Oh, my bad. So it was... wait, was it Ping Vincheck? No, it was... I'm pretty sure it was Come With Me on the Chen.
I seem to be...
Yeah, I think it was... No, it was Beaver on the Chen. I'm sorry about that. Okay, so Come With Me is in a little bit of trouble. He's going to be run down, and this should be your first blood. They do have the Astral Imprisonment for good measure if they choose to drop it down. Chen's just running into a tower for now, and they'll get the kill with a hit. Oh, first blood money not going in anyone... in any of their favor in particular. Just going to be taken away by the tower, so gold has been split. But yeah, continuing on with the introductions, Come With Me on the Chen. Storm Spirit going to be handled by Penguin Check. You've got Rubik played by Beaver. You've got a Rise on that Timbersaw, which leaves us with Drow Ranger in the more than capable hands of Carter.
Yeah, unfortunately, the Chen's movement did get spotted out, and his ward was also, taken down. So, still unfortunate for the side of Prodota.
Yeah. That's your Rotten.
It's a position 1 Broodmother.
Yeah, which means we are seeing the offlane LC, who started off with a Stout Shield and a Mango and has the overwhelming odds. So this is smart because it works for 2 reasons. 1, overwhelming odds has more units when the Chen comes in for a gank, and 2, you've got for a fact that the Chen's not going to be around for the most part, which means it's just a Rubik that's trying to zone out this LC. So they can afford to play a little greedy and a little more risky here. And of course, if things got bad, Hestejo could always just run into the jungle with an Iron Talon. Look at this, Noya. His movement's already been scattered out by Come With Me. They will get the center of Stomp off, a few more hits. Even a creep can be enchanted along the way. They'll be able to get a little extra damage. And Noya will be forced to play it safe for a while now.
Yep. And LC is also one of those heroes who can easily run the Iron Talon. So, definitely a lot of utility in that pick. he's actually going beyond enemy lines. Yeah, he's going for the creep skip.
Yes, he chose to go for the full poor man shield instead, just recognizing the threat from that Draw Ranger aura damage coming in. She's gonna be forced to use her salve, and has taken quite the beating from these creeps. Oh, there's something up with those creeps, man. I'm telling you, they've been taking steroids nowadays. That Draw Ranger should not have been that low. Probably had an overwhelming odds hitting on the face as well. But look at this, Rubik in a sticky situation, but does manage to cancel out this pull here, and that'll keep the creep equilibrium still in favor of Prodota. But I don't know if it matters as much when you don't have that secondary support coming in to score a kill on that offlaner.
I think this laning setup actually favors Prodota quite a bit because Timbersaw gets to be up against that Broodmother.
Yeah.
So you can actually demolish Broodmother being the Timbersaw. You don't even need vision on him. You just need to spam out your skills time and again. You know that Spiderlings are going to be falling left, right, and center.
Yeah. But then again, Broodmother's just gotta ensure that she's not feeding up Spiderlings to the Timbersaw, and then she stacks up the Spiderlings, sends them into the jungle, and accelerates her farm while farming lane creeps as well as jungle creeps. I think that's what we're gonna see Ace doing for the most part in this lane. And of course, you've always got the nuke from the spawn Spiderlings that could be thrown straight at Arise's head. But he is managing his reactive armor stacks quite efficiently for now.
Yeah. OD against Storm is definitely not a fun lane as well for Storm. So mid lane going Imperial's favor no matter what.
Speaking of middle lane, now you've got Rise coming in. He doesn't have the Arctic Burn, but he does have a Splitter Blast to work with, and it will connect once on Penguin check. He doesn't have a salve. Look at OD, man. Baby Knight is getting very aggressive here.
His bottle's coming out though, so his laning is gonna be pretty okay. There it is, it comes out.
Yeah. But they're going for the kill once more. Well, he's going for the kill rather. Has no points in the Arcane Orb, so it's just gonna be one imprisonment to dish out a little extra damage on him. I'm backing away. Noya still just hanging in the vicinity. Now there's no detection available, just one sentry ward on the Rubik. Without the dust, I'm not certain. I don't think they can actually kill this bounty hunter at all. And quite honestly, he's been doing a fine job. He's at level 2, keeping pace with the Chen, pretty much reaching his EXP and living alongside his opponent. And he's even walking around with a sentry ward of his own. He smells blood in the water. He senses that the clap has been used. Doesn't want to commit with the hit just yet. But he's gonna steal the creep. Cheeky play coming out from him.
And he's picked up the level 2 solely off the back of knowing that Chen.
Oh, but now they're gonna go. They have the Orb of Venom on the Bounty Hunter. They've slowed him down, reduced his armor, and with the Splinter Blast from downtown, they will score the kill. Imperial.
That skill has such an insane range. I keep forgetting how massive that range is on the Winter Viper.
Yeah, but that was picture perfect execution, really.
Yeah.
Just dodging all the wards, moving into the jungle there, setting up with the Bounty Hunter. And just when Chen thought he was secure, just being forced to share his EXP, he ends up suffering a death. But now they're going in once more. Baby Knight, look at him. He's moving into the trees to force Penguin Check to walk the other way, where his allies are waiting, and this will be a successful kill. 4 heroes rotate towards the middle lane. They get that kill, and now Come With Me could be in trouble, but Baby Knight's the one in trouble first. He's going to get that Astral Imprisonment off, has the overwhelming odds thrown upon him as well. Not the overwhelming odds, press the attack thrown upon him. He'll stay alive, comes back in for another bout. The Bounty Hunter will go down, and it looks like so will the Rubik. This is turning into a complete bloodbath at mid. Penitence along with the Frost Arrows coming in to slow down SJO, but he is a tanky son of a gun who's just buying everything he can as he finally meets his maker at the hands of the Storm Spirit, who TPs back in after his death.
Now, a complete Royal Rumble in the mid lane. Generally, I don't expect that when there's a Storm Spirit who really wants to back up his levels and farm. But Imperial are forcing the situation quite a bit with these rotations. Thankfully for the Timbersaw, that's left him solo against the Broodmother. The Broodmother is still coming out on top. It should not be happening though. There should be a sentry ward pool to the Timbersaw, or he should be buying one on his own.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Oh, okay. I think it's just Ace micro Broodlings to dodge those chakrams and rolling death's time. And again, another dodge.
You need to get a sentry ward out, then you can actually crush the lane. But Broodmother has sentries and a quelling to work with as well, so maybe a bit skeptical over there, trying to bring out that sentry.
Okay, this is an ambitious movement coming out. There's an observer ward that spotted this movement, and clearly Baby Knight knows what's up. He'll just move towards the top side and secure the rune for himself. They know exactly where they are.
Yeah, and Broodmother is going to check on them as well. Dro is definitely not feeling safe in that lane. Bounty Hunter has been so pesky, and they've completely run over the jungle as well, and they won't find the chance, so they'll know that there has been, and they can confirm that the suspicion that yeah.
Oh god, this is gonna turn around here, isn't
Rubik's
it? They're gonna
dead.
go in on Chen. Look at that damage, man. The Spiderlings hurt like a truck. As Rubik has now been isolated, they're gonna try for the body blocks with the Spiderlings perfectly executed. But here comes the Storm to claim some money, but Storm could be out of his depth here. He will jump back down and will survive. But Draw Ranger elsewhere has gone down inside the base. What the hell was Bounty Hunter doing up there? But it ends up being a Bounty Hunter trading his life for the draw. That's totally worth it. And now Baba's going to go down as well with Brood spawning babies.
Yeah,
Off of his
actually,
carcass.
that fight, yeah, it looked like it went Imperial's way, but a lot of Spider-Things were claimed by the Storm and the Rubik. Those are definitely a nice chunk of gold that's coming their way, especially for a support Rubik.
Yeah.
And they forced the Broodmother off as well, so.
But I think in the overall scheme of things, it still works out for Imperial, right? Because they managed to get a kill on the Draw Ranger. The Timber did get the return kill on him.
But Bounty is all about that level 6, so he got the XP for the draw kill, so definitely.
Another issue with the Draw Ranger is if you can't really manage to get that early mid-game lead, she's not the best farming hero, doesn't have too many comeback mechanisms, no split shot like the Medusa, no real AoE creep clearing abilities either. Which is why the pressure will only start to get, well, it's going to be a grip around her neck that's only going to get tighter now. In fact, Garter knows what's up here, he knows that there's something coming his way.
And he has level 6 as well, so any possible vision of enemy heroes can lead to a kill.
Oh, they're gonna go in on the Bounty Hunter here, but the Cold Embrace will keep him alive. The Splinter Blast has slowed down to the overwhelming odds, doing an absurd amount of damage. Bounty Hunter gonna commit for the kill on Come With Me. The duel will be there, and the victory will be added to the Legion's tally, but Winter Wyvern will pay the price for it with his life. As Prodota will get on the hunt, while Hestajo, etc. will get on the retreat. Baby Knight was waiting there, defensively manages to get the Astral Imprisonment off. And Beaver just barely makes it out courtesy of those infused raindrops.
Yeah, look at the Timbers.
Never mind, Noya leaves no stone unturned. Ends up getting the kill on the Rubik on the way out as well.
And this Bounty Hunter has been so annoying to deal with. He's just been one step ahead the entire time. He's caused so much havoc in the top lane and the mid lane as well. He's died twice, but I mean, come on, he was diving the fountain, not the fountain, but the tier 3 as well, right?
I mean, what the hell is a 6-minute tier 3 dive, right? You don't see that every day. Anyway, Ace, he's got something coming his way here. Do they have detection? They have a dust available on Come With Me, but look at this Baby Knight. He's gone in deep. Wants to get this kill desperately on the Storm Spirit. Will get it as well, but he might end up losing his life for it. He doesn't have any escape mechanism, but he has backup with Ace coming in, making Spiderlings out of that Centaur, I believe. And now they're going to get a secondary Centaur as well.
Yeah, and you can totally see the difference in the team play coming out from the side of Imperial and Prodota.
Yeah.
Imperial are far ahead. Unfortunately, Prodota have to play with the stand-in, and that is, I honestly think that's affected them quite a bit.
I don't know to what extent that's affected them, right? Because Arise has been doing his thing on the off lane for the most part.
Yeah, I mean, on the we really can't see it, but I'm pretty sure it affects them. In terms of strategies they can pull off, the comfortable comfort heroes, things like that are really effective, right?
So Garter choosing to go defensive as well, picks up the infused raindrops along with the treads and the wand for himself. No sign of that Dragon Lance anytime soon.
I don't think I've ever seen a Quelling Blade as well on Drow.
Yeah.
That just really shows how desperate that she is.
I mean, is this... I don't know if this is a normal thing or what, man, to be honest. I don't think I've watched enough Dota off late to make a call on that. But look at this. This is disgusting. He just drops down the overwhelming odds, and every time it connects on 2 heroes plus some creeps, Draw Range is down to half HP. They've got backup coming in, and this time, well, no, they still don't have the track available.
I mean, the amount of chaos that the bounty has caused in this lane should mean that...
Oh, well.
They're just roaming out of the dust, but they need sentries to spot out the rotations. They need both, actually, the dust and the sentry to secure kills, but the fact that there are no sentries gives Bounty Hunter that much freedom to rotate.
Meanwhile,
look at this man, he just skipping creeps, and the hour should fall down fairly soon, but Timbersaw doing the counter thing.
Really good plays coming out. They've managed to slow down Timbersaw's push here because I don't think he's going to be able to tank up this whole tower and take it down. Ace is just going to be able to backdoor this tier 1 at top, while his allies will claim a tier 1 at... well, did I say top? I mean at bottom, while his allies will claim the top side. 2 towers in favor of Imperial, no towers in favor of Prodota, and the net worth lead only seems to be getting further and further away from the Dire.
Yeah, 2 towers coming out at the same time gives you a nice chunk of gold to pick up that, one major item, which generally leads to completion of a bigger item.
Yeah.
So definitely that's a nice bit of gold coming their way. There it is. The 4 steps all stuff has already been completed on the.
Yeah, this is a very, very fat OD indeed, but it's an even fatter broodmother, man. He's got a minus 6.5k net worth and he's even picked up one of those baseball bats towards his Echo Saber, I assume. Actually, he's going for the Orchid. He's even picked up his secondary components for that second.
I think he's gonna get an Orchid before the Storm Spirit gets any counter item. And that's just gonna wreck the hero. Right now, the only hero which can do anything
Oh, look at this.
would be the.
He has no fear in the world, man. He just runs right at them. He's thinking of going back in for another bout. They're going to drop the Sanity's Eclipse before the silence kicks in. Garda's taken a bit of damage. Look at the damage, in fact. He's going to go down. Double kill for Baby Knight and a dual kill for Hester Rotten. That's 3 quick kills in succession here. As here comes the Timber Saw. He manages to slice off the Legion Commander's head. So they do end up stemming the bleeding a little bit, making it a 3-for-2 exchange.
He got the OD as well, right?
Yeah, they did get the OD. I'm not sure who got the money for that one. Looks like it was split. It was the dominating streak taken away by the Chen. Okay.
I think he got it with the creeps because he died pretty soon.
But I believe there was still track money going in favor of Imperial. That should put them ahead further.
It definitely was. Yeah, so as I was saying, the only hero of Prodota who can really make an impact right now is the Timber Saw. And we clearly saw that in the fight as well.
Yeah.
So all their eggs are in that one basket right now till the draw has any resemblance of farm. So
But look at this, man. Ace, free kill with that Orchid. The damage is disgusting. And Vinsink or Vinsec has been added to the Brothers army of
I
Vinsec.
actually feel that it's almost impossible for the Storm Spirit to come back now because he has no real items to work with. And pretty much you're forced into a use right now.
Oh man, instant attempted TP there, not gonna be successful. Ace is just dominating this game here. I mean, they gave him a little bit of breathing room and this is what he does with it.
Yeah, these drafts are so sick coming out from Imperial. They've actually thought it out so carefully that it's impossible to predict as well. Like, how do you counter these drafts? You're never gonna expect a Broodmother, Legion Commander in the same lineup. You're never gonna ban out these heroes, and they completely are and wrecking you.
I mean, this has been a recurring theme with these guys, right? The early game looks okay, we're not really seeing between the lines what's going on, and then suddenly you've got Ace who just comes out in beast mode, and then mid game just looks explosive from Imperial. Prodota, they couldn't find a response for it in game 1. Game 2 doesn't seem to be
Going
very successful either. Let's see if they can do something as this game progresses towards the late game phase.
Like, honestly, I have no idea what the Storm Spirit is gonna do. Look at his position on the net worth chart. He's right above the Chen. He's 4 from the bottom. That's horrible. Like,
I mean, one good team fight could turn the odds back in his favor, right?
but for Storm, it's really difficult to have a good team fight if you have no items. And he's going for the Bloodstone build. Oh,
I mean, a lot of it rides on whether or not Arise can find that cheeky positioning in the fights.
Yeah.
But at this point, I feel like Esther's just going to go for that Blink Dagger, and once he gets it...
And they're going for 2 Bloodstones, one on the Timbersaw, one on the Storm. I think this can be really painful considering that they're playing from behind. So even if they take fights, they're gonna lose people, and then Bloodstone charges are gonna drop that way.
But, I mean, there's 2 sides to that coin. Never mind, let's hold that thought, because Come With Me has been stunned up there and will end up going down. Imprisonment along with the Sanity's Eclipse thrown down. Garda's TP cancelled out as well, and it'll be a double kill for Baby Knight. I apologize for the screaming, folks. There's some sort of silly procession going on the road. We're gonna see what we can do about that. Give us a moment, we'll just be shutting whatever doors. But while that's happening, we'll watch Rubik about to meet his maker. Nope, he's not. He's gonna be able to get away. The Spiderlings will continue to give chase. Here comes the LC, has the duel at the ready, but chooses not to commit it.
Yeah, I was really surprised that the LC didn't use the duel on the draw. He did have it as well, so not too sure why he held on to that.
I think he was worried that there would have been a truck ton of burst damage coming out from that Timbersaw and the Storm in the vicinity.
I think we can go for a Blade Mail. That item is generally pretty good against the Draw Ranger. It's decent versus the Storm Spirit as well. We see that last right click following the Chen's creep.
Well, this is looking very troublesome for Prodota indeed. They are losing, they're really bleeding money right now.
Oh man, it's like almost 12,000.
Look at this, Ace, he gets the silence of Garda getting backstabbed. They thought they were going to be the ones initiating upon the Brood, but Garda's in a bit of a pickle himself. The Spiderlings might just bring him down here. Doesn't look like they'll be able to finish the job. He's back on front of the cliff, but here comes the duel from the LC. Can they get this kill? A few more hits will seal the deal, but what the hell was that? Did he just imprison his own ally deliberately? No, that was a stolen astral imprisonment by Bibber. But it doesn't matter because Ace has been untouched throughout this battle. They've even got the blink to get away there on Hester Joe. He's gone in deep, but Arise will get the kill anyway. As the Broodmother is now looking for more, just commandeering the high ground here towards the secret shop, preventing Prodota from taking a successful team fight there.
I'm really feeling bad for this Storm Spirit right now, man. Oh man, I see there's no comeback potential for the Storm almost in this game. He can't even go for the Bloodstone anymore. He has to go for the Yules. The silence is gonna wreck him otherwise.
But I mean, all said and done, I don't think that was such a terrible fight for Prodota. I mean, yeah, it was pretty bad.
I mean, we're being really optimistic.
Let's not sugarcoat it. It was pretty bad, but I feel like it could have gone a lot worse. Some good plays coming out from the Rubik kept their cores alive. They managed to keep the Drow Ranger alive through that fight as well. Now she's got a Dragon Knight online and. Dragon Knight? What the hell am I saying? I'm sorry, folks. It's late at night here. A Dragon Lance online. And who knows? That might just be that extra edge that they needed to try and take a successful team fight. One little slip up from Imperial, and Prodota could definitely punish this quite heavily. They've got that Bloodstone on Arise, and he is stacking up the charges.
But Imperial are playing it really meticulously. They've picked up the gem on the Bounty Hunter as well. They're going to take out all, inches of the map. And then it's just going to get that much harder for Prodota to make any aggressive plays.
Yeah, Prodota just got to bide time for now, though. They got to stay alive and keep their towers alive as long as they can. But the longer this game goes, the stronger. Jesus Christ.
Man, this is really hard to deal with right now. Bloodthorn at 7.
I'm trying very hard to be optimistic here for Prodota, but Ace is making it so difficult for me.
That could be one of the records for the fastest Bloodthorn in the pro game. I'm pretty sure it is.
Did he just called out the treads to him, right? Am I missing something, or did he just have...
Yeah, he called out the treads.
Okay. Top lane, here we go, they're gonna jump in. Garter is mincemeat right now, as they'll claim an Aegis and a kill on the Drow Ranger. More damage going in favor of the LC, and Beaver's gonna be able to get away. Yeah,
honestly, Drow and Stormspirit have such poor comeback potential that this game is going to get out of hand pretty soon.
Oh, Arise, that might not be the best choice here. He has a Bloodthorn to work with. And I mean, yeah, Broodmother realizes this. He's like, what the hell am I running for? I'm the boss here. Turns in on Arise. But here comes the cavalry. The backup is there. They've got the Dust Expended and Imperial. They're gonna lose Ace's Broodmother.
Yeah, if only had the Aegis, but they chose to give it to the OD. And yeah, a little bit of overextension being punished by Prodota. They take what they can get. Yeah, try to get back into the game.
I mean, that's the best they could have gotten, man. They got a mega kill streak off of an absurdly farmed Brood. The money goes over to the Timbersaw, and he gets a Bloodstone charge.
Yeah, unfortunately, he's not died since his Bloodstone, so
yeah,
he has a decent amount of charges. Meanwhile, how's the Storm doing? Let's have a quick look at the Storm.
I mean, this is one of those games where he wants to rush that Yules, I believe.
Yeah, but he's got the Soul Ring and he's stacking up gold. I think if he realizes he's dying again, he's gonna pick up the Yules, or at least components.
I mean, a Yules or a casual point booster into a Yules is something I could agree with. But here we go. Fight's gonna break out. Prodota knows they're outnumbering their opponents. They're gonna go in on Noya. He'll survive with the mech being popped. Here comes the Storm zipping in, but behind. Garter about to go down. One more hit would have done it. A stolen Sanity's Eclipse gets thrown around as well. Hestejo's running forward. They'll get the kill with the Astral, with the Arcane. Oh, but Timbersaw again just slicing and dicing through Baby Knight will get the kill on them as well. There was an Aegis triggered, however. And it looks like Prodota will back away. They have lost their draw. They've got the Bounty Hunter and they are looking for more. As Odi will put the Timbersaw in a box and back away. I'm going to say that was a successful defense coming out from Prodota.
Yeah, definitely was. But I don't know how many more of these hits they can sustain before this trucks just start doing significant damage. How much total damage is there on the LC?
30. It's a modest 30.
Decent amount, but 20 minutes in, actually that's pretty okay.
It's alright.
Yeah.
I mean, the big factor in that fight was Ace not being available, right? But even so, he's managed to contribute to his team by bringing down that tier 2 tower. But Arise, of course, will claim some free money from the Spiderlings.
And he's going for the BKB as well. Correctly so.
Yeah.
Timbersaw being soul damage dealer right now. That'll be completely shut down once he gets the BKB going. And it's gonna come pretty fast as well.
Alright, you've got Imperial grouping up like they want to make some big plays here. They don't have the Aegis to work with though, so going in might be a bit too risky coming out from them. But they're going to go for a fight behind here. You've got tracks being thrown out. They'll jump in with the Blade Mail, and Beaver is free damage at this point for Hestejo. Her Ice comes in, takes a lot of damage from that Blade Mail. You've got a buyback from the Rubik, but what can he really do when his allies are dropping like flies? You've got the Storm hitting the deck along with that Drow Ranger. Arise jumps up to the north side while Ace walks over a cliff and brings down the Chen. Another buyback, this time from the Storm, but it's a futile attempt indeed, as Imperial, looking like they're gonna successfully disengage and start pushing a lane.
Yeah, the Storm buyback is just not.
Yeah, that's the last one you want to be spending money like
I'm
this.
sorry, but it's pretty much close to GG once that happens.
I mean, okay, he's still got a good 1500 gold to work with.
But he had that much more, right?
Yeah.
Now he has to go for a knight. There's no way he can wait for his plus.
Poor guy, I mean, it's just one of those days.
Right.
Oh man, it looks like Chen's not gonna have any creeps to work with either. And brought those down.
Fortunately, they did pick up the gem, but that's been kept in base.
Yeah.
It's too risky to be carrying around, and I mean, you can just see how fast the Drew and the Storm Spirit are falling. Timbersaw also lost quite a bit of charges there, so
No, he didn't. I don't think he ended up dying. He's got about 17.
he didn't die. Okay,
Rise hasn't died a single time this entire game, man. He's playing really well.
the stand-in is doing all the heavy lifting on the side of Prodota. Not something we see, and that often.
Alright, here we go. It made once more. Got about to be brought down, but there's a stolen Ash. What the holy hell was that?
That was just Odie laying down on the Rubik and the
Jesus.
2 nulls and 8 toss completed on the OD as well, so fair bit of intelligence to work with.
Yeah, that was disgusting, man. But here we go. Esther Joe jumps in and says, "Fight me!" Goes on to Rise, brings him down, gets the damage, and now they're gonna look to breach high ground. This should be a comfortable takedown in that tier 3 and maybe even a comfortable later barracks.
I don't know how long Prodota's resolve will last after they lose the racks. I can't even, imagine a victory condition for them at this point. I feel that the Storm Spirit and the Pro Ranger will just not be contributing anything in the next team fight as well, so.
Yeah, it's looking very grim for Prodota,
really,
to put it mildly.
really.
Roshan's gonna respawn in about 4 minutes time and in 3 minutes time, and I think that's the cue for Imperial to end the game. They've just gotta get the Aegis and go. I think the only victory condition here for Prodota is if Imperial if they slip up even a little bit and they lose they lose the Broodmother to either the Drow Ranger or the Timbersaw, that's gonna be a huge chunk of money going in their favor.
Yeah, the scary part is that we haven't really seen one of the, very crazy Winter Wyvern ultimates. That really hasn't been required as well.
Yeah, I mean at this point I don't even think it would be that effective.
Yeah,
Drow Ranger's damage isn't
yeah.
really something to write home about.
That's the only plus point I can get, right?
Yeah. I mean, wow, that's grim, man.
Yeah.
The win condition or the advantage here for Imperial is that their opponent's Drow Ranger has low damage. You're in such a sticky situation when that happens.
Yeah, BKB comes out pretty much unkillable, this Broodmother right now. Yule's picked up finally for the Timbersaw, but he seems to be the only one who's got any farm for the team. Has Storm Spirit picked up the item?
No, he's still holding on to the money, man. 2100 gold.
This is actually the poorest Storm Spirit I've seen. Negating the gold.
I assume he's gonna go for the Yules, right?
He has to, man. He has to. Still not going for anything.
I don't know what he's saving up for.
Meanwhile, if you look at the OD, he's picked a Moon Shard.
He's got luxury items, man. This guy's
it's
buying
devastating
jewelry and
right
shit
now.
for himself. Anyway, Rise in for a bumpy ride here. As the backup coming in, he's gonna do what he can before getting sent up into the air. The Bloodthorn wasn't even used there. He's got the blink, ends up getting away for now, but here comes the Chen. He's trying to be the sacrificial lamb, and that'll be successful for now. He'll run in. I don't know if that was missed micro or if he intentionally gave his life up there, but I would assume it's the latter, and that'll save the life of his Timbersaw. But it's really not too much of a commitment from Imperial. No BKB is used.
Just
no,
the Bloodthorn.
Yeah, just one Bloodthorn, and it's back already.
Only the Broodmother ultimate was used, but it's not really one of those game-changing ones.
I mean, it's back already almost. OD? What? Okay, then that worked. That's the one position of Prodota dying to 2 spells. And now they're gonna go in as well. No! That's not the way you pop a duel. Not during the Winter's Curse, but it doesn't matter. They'll get the kill and the victory will be claimed here by the LC as well. Baby Knight going in balls deep here. Could be in for a bumpy ride. He's taken a lot of damage from this Timbersaw and will be backing away now. They've got the backup coming in. Noya's gonna drop down what he can. The mech will keep Pink Vincek alive, but they're being herded into the fountain like a bunch of cattle. A horde of cattle rather, and well, clearly Imperial's just coming back to finish up objectives now.
It's pretty much over right now. Storm TPing out and zipping through, but they're just trying to, bait the GG call right now. It's pretty much over.
Yeah.
They're just playing for fun.
There's no way that Prodota comes back from 2 lanes of barracks here. Imperial looks like they've managed to cruise themselves to victory. Undefeated, I believe. Not even dropping a single game in this entire tournament so far.
Maybe in the group stages they did.
Perhaps in the group stages, but
not in-
I don't even know if there were group stages actually. I'm so sorry about that, but we've just really impromptu jumped into this cast. Either way, Prodota have tapped out, and it looks like Imperial are your champions. The Danes have done it and have claimed themselves yet another
That's
feather
two
in their cap.
consecutive land victories for them. Not land victories, but
Tournament victories.
Pretty neat for the side of Imperial.
Well, huge congratulations to the Imperial. They've claimed themselves a much-deserved win here. This best of 5 has ended in 2 games. They had a 1-game lead going into the series. Of course, folks, if you've enjoyed, do hit the follow button on the Twitch channel. That's twitch.tv/EPGTV, and you can follow folks from Elements Gaming on Facebook, Twitter, etc. If you've enjoyed our cast, of course, you can follow us on Facebook and Twitter as well. I'm at facebook.com/TheRealCloudX and at Twitter at TheRealCloudX. Gambit is at Shonak88. His name is a little hard to find for those that don't speak the native tongue, but of course you can find him via my Twitter where I've tagged him. Thank you folks for tuning in. Hope you guys have enjoyed. Of course, any and all feedback is most welcome as we try and improve